Good afternoon, and thank you for joining us for the virtual town hall with the College of Education and Professional Development. We're going to get started in just a minute. I do want to remind you that we do have a Q&A portion at the end of today's event. So if you have any questions that you would like us to address, please use the Q&A box to submit those to us, and we'll get to as many of those as we can during today's session. If we don't have an answer to your question today, or if we don't get to your question, we will follow up with you after today's session. We'll give you some information on how to follow up with additional questions that may come up after today's event as well. So to get started, we are going to hear from Dr. Eagle on some of the changes that you may expect to see across campus and then in the classrooms this fall.
Good afternoon. I'm really glad that you've joined us this afternoon. We are hoping to give you lots of good information, and I'm going to be working from some notes that I have about questions and things that I know that are changing. I may cover some of your questions just in my talking, but if I don't, please make sure that you don't let a question go unanswered. So be ready to ask those questions when we have a chance. What we're hoping to do is to give you the information that may kind of help you understand a little bit about what we're doing and feel a little bit better about coming to campus in the fall. We ended up this year with probably the strangest spring semester on record. And of course, you've all been experiencing various degrees of the COVID pandemic over the time that you've been gone. And we have been too, and we've been very busy trying to make sure that we can do several things as we come back. And you probably have seen a message from President Gilbert, who very, very specifically talked about how important it is for our students to have online and face-to-face learning, primarily face-to-face. And he also talked about having to keep students, faculty, and everyone on campus safe. So those are the two things that I'm going to be primarily focusing on: safety and quality instruction and education. First of all, there are some of the things that you're going to be maybe expecting as you come back on the campus, things to be prepared for. And you're going to be seeing lots of reminders about being careful, personal hygiene, personal responsibility, which is very important, and physical distancing. I know we keep using the term social distancing, but we're not really socially distant, we're physically distant. And I want you to keep that information in mind too. Chances are good that you're going to be expected to wear masks, primarily in the classroom, indoor common spaces. So in situations where you are fairly close to other people or involved in situations where other people are with you. We'll get more information about that later on, but be prepared for that, because the common theme that I'm hearing across the country is that we're going to be able to beat this virus primarily by the appropriate use of masks and distancing. Hand sanitizers will be prevalent, so will wipes, and you will be encouraged to wipe down any equipment that you touch, classroom desks or chairs as you come in and out of classrooms, and we're providing materials for you to do that. So I would suggest to you one of the most important parts of that is your personal responsibility for your own safety. So don't depend on someone else having wiped off the desk that you're going to sit at or the keyboard you're going to work with. Excuse me. Make sure that you take it upon yourself to take care of those issues so that indeed you'll be protecting yourself as well. With the key, of course, is 6 feet distance, because we have come to believe and are told by those people who are experts that 6 feet apart is a reasonably safe distance for people, so that as we're talking, sneezing, coughing, whatever, we aren't exposing each other or being exposed to possible virus contamination. Keep in mind that everything that we're doing is to keep you safe and keep our faculty safe as well, because they are very important, obviously, to the quality of instruction. Our advisors are so very important to you as you work through things for the fall semester. So for any time that you want to meet with a faculty member, an advisor, or another staff member, or myself, we're encouraging you to actually make appointments. It's not limited to you having an appointment, but keep in mind, again, if there's several people that are gathered outside an office waiting to see someone, that social distancing part can be a little tricky. So be prepared to try to make those appointments to protect yourself